Hey everyone, I'm Zab or Zabarak. If this is your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully, you like the content here. I wanted to talk today about video game music. It's something that's been on my mind recently over the past couple weeks or so because I've been playing a lot of games that have good music, and I've gone back and thought about what kind of music just sticks out. And you have all these obvious examples of very great video game music like Final Fantasy, you have Halo, Doom. There's a lot of video games that stick out. As great as that music is, I like to focus on smaller games, and not necessarily that they're smaller games. These are just games that I used to play, I guess, growing up, that have stuck with me for a long time. Obviously, if you've never heard of these games, it's a damn shame, and you should 100% go back and play them. Yeah, so some of the biggest games, at least the one that always comes to mind, and I always go back and listen to the soundtrack of it, at least from time to time whenever I'm feeling nostalgic about the game, which is Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future.
Come on.
They both have fantastic soundtracks and just very memorable music that fits the game so well, the gameplay style. For the uninitiated or uncultured, Jet Set Radio is a game about essentially skating around and graffitiing up a town, and the music just is so good. It's these funky electronic beats that just bring together the action of the game and make grinding from rail to rail and jumping over obstacles and slapping graffiti all over the walls just even better than it is without that style of music. It's really, really great. Specifically, I don't know how much music I'll be able to play about this. I don't want to piss off the YouTube gods or anything, But sticking with the 2000s theme of early 2000s, late 90s games, is a game that I always saw this game growing up, and I never actually played it on the Dreamcast, and it wasn't until years later on Steam that I downloaded the game and I played it, and that game is Space Channel 5. If you've never heard the soundtrack to this game, it's crazy, funky music as well. It's kind of in the same line of Jet Set Radio. I would put them in similar categories as far as music is concerned, but it has this cowboy bebop-esque style. But that's just a game that I played semi-recently. I played it within the past couple years, and I honestly, I found the game really entertaining. It's a short game, and you can beat it in a few hours, but it's a fun little rhythm game with some great music to go along with it. Again, if you've never played it, I would give it a chance. It's on Steam. It can go on sale for pretty inexpensive, and it's just a fun time overall. In particular, the games that I've been playing lately, the music that sticks out to me the absolute most out of any game is Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb has just an amazing soundtrack. It has these vibes that specifically contribute to the atmosphere of the game, and it really completes the whole circle of what makes a game great. You have these visuals that are really appealing and cute, mixed with this gameplay style of roguelike adventure and town building mechanics, and then you have a great world to explore, and then the music just comes together and ties it all up and makes it just a perfect game. Go and listen to the music specifically. I'll link some of my favorite songs from each game below. I wanted to talk a little bit about music and just games specifically, just a couple that I die hard. Oh shit! I'm just now remembering one other game that I will go back and listen to the soundtrack honestly pretty frequently, more than I do any other game. It's an RPG that's on the Switch, and I own it. I've never beaten it, and I always think I gotta go back and play it. It's Chrono Trigger-esque. The game is called I Am Setsuna. The game it's an okay game. It's not the greatest RPG in the world, and as far as I got in the storyline, it was compelling enough to continue to play, but it didn't make me want to go back and like I have to play this game. But the music is just these beautiful piano music and orchestral music that just really brings together the entire world of that game. Between the storyline being about working your way to accepting your own death and the snow-covered land that you get to explore, the music just brings this whole atmosphere together, and it is a very good experience to play that game. And I have to go back and beat it now that I'm thinking about it. I need to go back and play it all the way through, but the music is just so good. I listen to it, especially just for relaxation music. It's great piano music. I wanted to make a short little video about just video game music in general. I've started these last few videos off with like just me thinking about games and my thoughts on different aspects of games and different gaming, at least with my personal experience. But I want to hear from you guys. What video game music do you love? Is there a game that sticks out in your head a lot when it comes to the type of music, or is there something that you just hum from day to day and it's from a video game that you used to play or are currently playing? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you. But I think that's it for this video. I want to thank you if you've gotten this far. I very much appreciate it. If you like this style of content, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, or not. I'm not your boss. If you guys want to check out any of the other type of content that I make, I will link it below. I have a podcast that I have that comes out every Friday called Inexperience Points that I run with a couple people. I also stream on Twitch a couple times a week, usually Mondays and Wednesdays. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.